Boom! This weekend more trades occurred in the NFL, but tomorrow is the big deal as free agency starts in the NFL tomorrow around noon, okay? So it should be a free agent frenzy all week in the NFL. It's going to be crazy. So before that started, I wanted to go through and make a quick video about the weekend trades and whatever happened. Several things happened throughout the weekend in the NFL. Talk on the UFL adjustments to rosters, and I don't think we have any CFL right now, but tomorrow should get crazy in NFL free agents, so we want to do a wrap-up show before we got to that. So before I get started, remember I am Aaron Sauter, professor of football science, writer of FootballAnalysisOne.com. I've been breaking down a regrade of the 2025 draft for every team based on their 2025 performance. So you can check that out. Several of those already on FootballAnalysisOne.com. I also went through and broke down the trade for DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills from the Bears last week. Someone beat me to the Maxx Crosby. I was on the road this weekend, so I didn't have a chance to write anything. But we're going to go through this update real quick in the NFL and UFL, and we're going to start getting psyched for tomorrow's free agency. Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Tiger, ready to go, ready to talk about the NFL roster adjustments recently, and if I fired this thing up, just get it going. Where have you been, Professor? I've been out of town. Tyler is doing some things, taking care of some business, now I'm back. That's good. We missed you, and I hope you had a good time, and looks like you broke down the stats and stuff, so we still have a show ready to go. That's right, I broke it all down. Just like you say, Tiger, break it down. That's right. Let's break it down. All right, let's break it down. So first, NFL news from the last couple days. Indianapolis Colts were shopping Pro Bowl linebacker Zaire Franklin, who was originally a 7th-round draft pick, and ended up becoming a starting linebacker for the Colts. That's a pretty successful career. He led the NFL in total tackles in 2024 for a 7th-round draft pick. That's pretty cool, man. So they were shopping for him, a place to go to trade him to get some. Before that, they did find someone, the Green Bay Packers. Spoiler alert. LA Rams agreed to a 2-year deal with tight end Tyler Higbee, up to $8 million. LA Raiders, they have tendered an exclusive. They have an exclusive tender with Tristan McCullum. Okay. Chicago Bears have released former Pro Bowl linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, and they said $50 million in the cap. They also trade away DJ Moore. So they're clearing the house, trying to get some money for making moves. Everyone kind of thought they were going to be Maxx Crosby, but then something else happened instead. LA Rams safety Cam Curl reached the agreement for 3 years, $36 million with the Rams, so he'll not become a free agent. Boom, Las Vegas Raiders released 2025 starting quarterback Geno Smith. That's going to save them $8 million in cap space, but also gives them 18.5 dead cap space, dead money, so that's crappy. But he should have saw it coming because Clint Kubiak showed up in Seattle, and he wanted to trade. And now Clint Kubiak shows up in Las Vegas, and he's out of there. So seems like Clint Kubiak does not like Geno Smith, y'all. New England Patriots reached agreement with a 2-year deal. Reached agreement for a 2-year deal for $2 million with quarterback Tommy DeVito to be a backup, former Danny DeVito's cousin or nephew or something. Miami Dolphins, they are going to release kicker Jason Sanders. Buffalo Bills released cornerback Teron Johnson after 8 seasons. These are all salary cap cuts, and it's clearing the house. So you're gonna make room for draft picks and free agency. Free agency starting tomorrow. They released wide receiver Curtis Samuel, who was not productive. Detroit Lions had released offensive tackle Taylor Decker after he requested a release, so he did not want to play in Detroit anymore. And he's a good offensive tackle. Someone should pick him up, man. Some teams that need some offensive tackles. I'm looking at you, Cincinnati. Green Bay Packers edge Rashawn Gary. Says he's leaving Green Bay. He tweeted it out, but it's not happened yet, and now he deleted a tweet. So they say he's not out of there, but they're saying, okay, well, he's not released, like he said. He's going to be traded potentially. But tomorrow he's going to be released, so whatever. The guy was right. Houston Texans released Running back Joe Mixon, $7.8 million in cap space, and he was hurt all year, so they don't lose anything really. Minnesota Vikings center Ryan Kelly has retired, so they need a center. A lot of centers tapping out right now, man. LA Chargers, they had placed an exclusive tender on running back Kamani Vidal, who they used quite a bit last year. They signed running back Jarrett Patterson, and they signed safety Kendall Williamson. Buffalo Bills also released cornerback Dane Jackson and safety Taylor Rapp. So they're just clearing out these guys who are hurt, missed time, and all that stuff, clearing them off the salary cap. Minnesota Vikings tendered an exclusive rights deal with free agent linebacker Bo Richter. So that's going to happen officially tomorrow. Las Vegas Raiders release offensive guard Travis Kappa. Chicago Bears have made another trade. They traded with New England Patriots. They sent a 5th-round draft pick to New England for center Garrett Bradbury. So they've been trading away some draft capital, late-round draft capital, for things they need. But they also got a 2nd-round pick from Buffalo for DJ Moore. But, I mean, they're using their late draft capital to pick up parts they would specifically want. They probably don't see him in the draft pool, honestly. Las Vegas Raiders have traded 5-time Pro Bowler DM Maxx Crosby, so that's huge. Maxx Crosby is out of Las Vegas, and he's going to the Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens traded a 2026-2027 first-round draft pick. I wouldn't have done that. That price is too high for a guy that's hurt all the time. That's the problem with Maxx Crosby, man. When he's healthy, he's great, but how often is he healthy? Not very often. So, I mean, he's going to be hurt all the time for them. They gave up 2 first-round draft picks for him, and I'd say, great job, guys. You're looking like the Bengals every day. That's good. Giving us a chance to win that division, hopefully. All right. Boom. Dallas Cowboys. They did something interesting. They placed a second-round tender on kicker Brandon Aubrey for $5.76 million, which makes him the 3rd highest paid kicker in the NFL. But why did they do that? So, 2nd-round tender. I had to do some research here. It's a 2nd-round tender. So, if someone decides to pay Brandon Aubrey more than $5.76 million, he can go to them, but then the Cowboys get an extra 2nd-round draft pick, which they probably wouldn't use for a kicker, so they'd just be out of kicker. But he is going to be a 3rd highest kicker in the league if he takes that deal. So I'd probably take it deal as a kicker, honestly. Dallas Cowboys, they also placed a 2nd-round tender on offensive line of TJ Bass. Once again, if he gets outbid and they steals TJ Bass, they get a 2nd-round draft pick. And then they did not place a tender on offensive line Brock Hoffman or safety Wanye Thomas. So, man, they're letting them become free agents. Buffalo Bills have reached agreement on a 4-year contract with center Connor McGovern. So they got McGovern coming back. He's getting 4 years, $52 million. That's pretty good, man, for a guy who never played in the Super Bowl. Middle note, never won an AFC championship. Philadelphia Eagles have reached agreement with defensive tackle Jordan Davis on a 3-year extension for $78 million. $65 million is guaranteed. He's now the highest paid nose tackle and nose tackle in the NFL history. Mental note, there's 3 guys trying to get paid with Philadelphia on the defensive line. Defensive tackle, Jalen Carter, Mauro Ajoro, and then Jordan Davis. So Jordan Davis was the first one to get a deal. 3-year extension, $78 million, $65 million guaranteed. Highest paid nose tackle in the NFL history. That's pretty cool. LA Rams cornerback Darius Williams returned. Is going to retire from the NFL, so he's done. Green Bay Packers, they have traded Pro Bowl linebacker. They traded 4 Pro Bowl linebackers. Zaire Franklin officially, he's coming to Green Bay, and they traded away defensive tackle Colby Wooden, who no one's even ever heard of. So, Colts get Colby Wooden as defensive tackle, and the Packers get Zaire Franklin, who's the 7th-round back pick, and leading tackles in 2024. That's pretty cool. San Francisco 49ers reached an agreement with kicker Eddie Pinheiro, including a $10 million guarantee. Pretty good deal. Baltimore Ravens backup quarterback Tyler Snoop Hundley got a 2-year deal up to $11 million. Not bad for a backup quarterback, although he does play more than others because Lamar Jackson gets hurt a lot. Minnesota Vikings tight end T.J. Hawkinson agreed to a restructured contract. That's going to free up $5 million in cap space. Hopefully the Vikings can make some moves. They're trying to free up some money to make some moves. LA Chargers reached agreement with a 1-year extension for Khalil Mack. There's $18 million guaranteed for that. Mental note: you may think, well, Khalil Mack, you've not heard of him much, but he's actually had really good times for the Chargers. So in his career, he has 40.5 sacks for the Raiders, which is the most sacks to have with any one team. 40.5 sacks for the Raiders. When he played for the Bears, he had 36 sacks. And when he's playing for the LA Chargers, he had 36.5 sacks. So, I mean, he's pretty much performing at something. You may say, well, he's old, and they're going to pay him $18 million for 1 year because he's old. He's producing the same as he's produced his entire career. So, I mean, if you thought he was good before, he's just as good. If you thought he was crappy before, he's still crappy. He never won any big games, man. Tennessee Titans, they're interested in Giants free agent wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson. See if they make a move for him. That would be a big upgrade for the receiving corps and give Cam Ward a major, vertical threat. Green Bay Packers will let linebacker Quay Walker become a free agent. Hence, they got Zaire Franklin. So they're letting Quay Walker walk. They're like, no, we're not overpaying you, bro. Green Bay Packers have reached a 3-year agreement with offensive tackle Sean Ryan with a max value of $39 million, $11 million signing bonus. That's pretty good. Denver Broncos. They have reached an agreement with linebacker Justin Strand for a 3-year deal with $18 million guaranteed. So that's $18 million total. So linebacker Justin Strand gets a 3-year deal with $18 million guaranteed, $10 million cash. That's nice. Okay, Denver Broncos have reached a deal with tight end Adam Troutman. Okay, and then the UFL, just training camps going on. We're getting near the end of we're done with the second week of training camp. I believe there's one more week of training camp. Cuts should be coming pretty soon. Then this season gets started, and that'll be fun. Boom, released from training camp. St. Louis Battlehawks released linebacker Daniel Morin. Houston Gamblers released running back Nate McCreary. Signed to the roster. Birmingham Stallions signed Zach Johnson as a guard. Houston Gamblers signed running back Jalen White. Orlando Storm re-signed running back Jashawn Corbin after they released him to sign Lawrence Toafili. Okay, so they brought back Jashawn Corbin since Toafili retired, and they also brought in T.J. Smith, who I'm compelled to see play. 6'3", 300 pounds, probably a nose guard for the odd man front. Could be a great player. Comes down with Carolina, Tennessee, Minnesota. Chargers a little bit. So he bounced around. Practice squads. He has a big body though, and might be a great nose guard in that odd front. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll get, pretty soon we'll get some scrimmage action or something. I have some recordings to go through on interviews with Coach Anthony Beck and stuff like that from training camp, but I just haven't had a chance to take notes on that yet. So I'll write an article about that soon. I did write an article about the Orlando Storm adding Jashawn Corbin back and T.J. Smith coming to the team. So check that out on UFLNewsHub.com. Also check out FootballAnalysisOne.com. I've read a breakdown of the Rams draft from 2025. So I'm just kind of working through that stuff here in the offseason. So kind of just analyzing teams' trends. That's what you do in the offseason. So, all right, that's it for Football Scientific today. Make sure you check out FootballAnalysisOne.com, CFLNewsHub.com, UFLNewsHub.com. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and that is Football Scientific for tonight. Let's close this Football Scientific portal.